Well, we've certainly exposed our children to the businesses I was exposed as a young man. When you're working in a family business, the reality is that, at the dinner table, there's discussions that are business related, business related, and also related to the general economy, which certainly is a discussion we had a lot growing up around the dinner table when I was growing up, and also around the dinner table that we had with our children. And our children are very savvy on the reality of the economics of what's going on, and I think that they appreciate the opportunity they've received here. And in our family, the reality is you work. That's how it happens. You want to get up and do something, get up and do it. It's not going to come and lay in your lap. So that's where we are, and that's one of the reasons. And I think that's a basic understanding that they all have, and I have, that every day you have to go out and make sure that you are doing something that's positive. It makes your life better because you are, not only are you adding value to the organization and to the society you live in, but you're also adding that satisfaction of accomplishment and doing a job that you believe is providing long-term benefit for the organization you're in, for the customers you have, for the suppliers you have, for the people you work with. There's a lot of positives to this whole enterprise. Well, I think the most important lesson I ever learned was the fact is that from my father and some of the people I knew in the industry, tell the truth. You can't run a business and you can't be straight with your customers, your employees, your suppliers, and everything else unless you tell them the truth. Now, you don't necessarily tell them everything, but the point is that telling somebody a falsehood is a real problem, because you just never remember what you told people. And years and years and years ago, I got caught doing that to somebody, and I said to myself, I'm never going to do that again. And it's a long time ago, and decades and decades ago. And I was very disappointed in myself, because the person I did that to was somebody I had a tremendous amount of respect for. And it was one of those great lessons I had in life that, sometimes you got to go to the woodshed and be humbled in order to understand how you live a better life. I really enjoy what I do. And I also realize that there's another calling outside of that, which is what I'm doing now with the Illinois manufacturers, which is trying to make sure that we get our message across about manufacturing to the people in the state of Illinois, and in a larger audience if we can do that. Because manufacturing is a method where you create wealth, and if you create wealth, what happens is everybody in the process benefits from that creation. Well, I think that, and just since I've been in the position for 2 weeks, and we haven't had our first board meeting, which is in about a month, one of the things I'm going to try and do is think through that process with the board members I think our first board meeting is the 12th of February, and really talk about some of the goals that I'd like to accomplish. I mean, sitting here today, I'd like to try and use some of those wonderful assets the Illinois manufacturer IMA already has, is an example that the daily newsletter we send out, which I think is just wonderful, because with the content and with the diversity of topics, and how it really does provide a very good thumbnail of what's going on in the world, in the business world, in the political world to some extent. So I think those are great assets we already have. The leadership, the people at the IMA are just first class. They bring a standard to the association that is really respected by the people who are in the industrial economy and the manufacturing economy, and also respected by the people who are in Springfield. I mean, every one of the legislators in Springfield that I have ever talked to, either with or without the IMA, has had nothing but have positive things, because of what we're down there to do is try and create solutions to problems, not create more problems.